Hello. My name is Everything Explained, and today we're going to be taking a look at what's really happening in prison for pooh shiesty. If you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, let me know what you talk about next in the comment section, and let's boogie.
Pooh Shiesty is in such a big mess right now, and to be honest, it'll take a lot to get him out of this situation he's put himself in. He went from having a promising career and being at the peak of his game to being stuck in jail and awaiting trial for something that could have been simply avoided. The question now on most people's mind is this: is there a possibility that he'll avoid jail time and get out of jail anytime soon?
Fuck no. I'll be a great grandparent before pooh shiesty is free.
Well, this is what I'll be looking at in this video. If you're watching this video, then I'm 99.9% sure you know who Pooh Shiesty is. But then I could be wrong, and there's a huge possibility that you actually have no idea who he is. I say you're in luck because you get to know all there is to know about Pooh Shiesty. Maybe not everything, but most of what there is to know about him in the current situation he's in now. Now, to begin with, if you take a look at Pooh Shiesty's age, he's still pretty young and has a massive potential to become a bigger star than he is at the moment. I mean, take a look at his song, Back in Blood, for example. The song is such a huge hit, it got several nominations on the BET Hip Hop Awards. One of the nominations was for the Best Song of the Year. The song has also been certified platinum in the United States and Canada, and it's also raked in more than 200 million views on YouTube. That's just insane, and a huge milestone for someone who's so young and didn't actively pursue rapping until about 3 years ago, when he was around 18. Yeah, Pooh Shiesty is pretty young and was born on November 8, 1999. This makes him just 22 at the time of making this video. This also means that he celebrated his last birthday in jail, having turned himself over to the authorities since June. To be honest, this is such a mood spoiler for anyone. Imagine waking up on your birthday and the closest thing you get to a birthday song is the prison warden banging his baton on your cell door. Then following by getting...
God damn. Not only did the warden have this nigga pooh shiesty hallucinating that he was a Chuck E. Cheese, but nigga, you know your day is down bad when the best thing on the menu is applesauce. I mean, what the fuck is that next to? What is that next to the applesauce? Is that shit? Could be mud. Could be a goddamn Reese's Pieces brownie. You look over here. I mean, like this white shit right here look like somebody just ejaculated all over the right side of this nigga's tray. I mean, that bread, that bread older than Bernie Sanders, nigga. God damn, this tray is just depressing. Pray for pooh shiesty.
getting served with some unappetizing prison food. It sure isn't an experience most people look forward to, or maybe I'm wrong. Pooh Shiesty should have been out in that world that very day and having the time of his life, but he gave up that freedom after getting himself caught up in crazy situations. Well, to show him love and support on his birthday, his mother and girlfriend had gone into their car and drove to FDC Miami, where he's currently at. In a video that circulated online, his mother and girlfriend were in a car, while a lone figure, who many believed was Pooh Shiesty, looked on from his cell window. His mother could be heard yelling Big Blurred. Yeah, he called me Big Blurred. The two women then proceeded to toast their drinks. I wonder if it was a toast to his freedom, but it's unlikely that that's happening anytime soon. I say this judging by the string of charges he's currently faced with. This includes armed robbery with a firearm, aggravated battery with a deadly weapon doing great bodily harm, aggravated assault with a firearm, and Hobbs Act robbery.
God damn, that nigga was on a mission.
The charges are from an alleged armed robbery in Bay Harbor Islands, Florida, which occurred on October 9, 2020. Pooh Shiesty allegedly shot an individual in the buttocks after he and two others robbed a victim and refused to pay for some weed and sneakers that they bought. A guy called Bobby Brown had carried out this crime with Pooh Shiesty, and they're both in custody.
What the fuck? Shot a nigga in the butt. Nigga, y'all always talking about catching bodies. You might have caught a whiff of some shit, but nigga, I don't think you catching no body, nigga. Like I said, you might have caught a whiff of some poop, but besides that, you ain't catching nothing. And I mean, goddamn, nigga, y'all always talking about like putting a nigga down, out here bragging about headshots, but I mean, nigga, you put a bullet in between that nigga's butt cheeks. This is not a W, Pooh Shiesty.
Also, there's another separate case where he shot a security guard in the leg at King of Diamond Strip Club in Miami during Memorial Day weekend.
What the fuck? This nigga getting into all kind of goddamn shootouts. You think this nigga got drafted to fucking go to Iraq?
I should also point out that the security guard who Pooh Shiesty had allegedly shot had later come out to say that he wasn't sure if it was Pooh Shiesty that actually shot him.
What the fuck? That nigga heard back in blood and took his statement back?
The security guard had actually said he didn't remember talking to the police because he was high on drugs. Yeah, you heard that right. He said he had been given powerful painkillers at the hospital, and this knocked him out too, so he doesn't recall talking to the authorities.
Nigga, what in the hell? Bro, whoever is managing the fucking drugs at this fucking hospital, actually, fuck who's ever managing the drugs. Whoever is managing the hiring process. So, like, man, whoever is fucking doing the background checks and the goddamn drug screens, they need to take a fucking drug test they so. Nigga, this shit is fucking insane. This bouncer, I mean, you know he works at a fucking club, so this nigga was probably fucking already faded, sipping on some kind of juice, like, some kind of goddamn Hennessy or fucking Ciroc. I don't know what fucking bouncers drink. But like I said, this nigga was faded. Pooh Shiesty hit a fadeaway on that nigga. They took this nigga to the hospital. They tried to have this nigga overdose so, the police wouldn't have to fucking get their hands dirty because, fuck the police, you know what I'm saying? These niggas ain't trying to do shit, you know what I'm saying? Fuck a bouncer, bouncer lives don't matter. So, I mean, this whole thing is just a fucking mess. I mean, I'm surprised this nigga is, like, still alive telling us this story today.
He also said he didn't want to press charges. This came as a shock, and the authorities felt that the security agent might have been pressured to change his testimony.
Man, he heard that Shiesty season 2.5 or whatever that shit is, and like that nigga was like, yeah, nigga, I ain't saying nothing.
Nevertheless, if Pooh Shiesty is convicted of these crimes, he could be facing a maximum sentence of life in prison. And all these were silly crimes that should have been avoided only if he had taken his eyes off the streets. Well, I guess the decision to get off the streets is a pretty tough one.
What the fuck? Nigga, I swear to God, these cameramen, their life insurance policies must be extraordinary. I mean, these niggas fucking got more guns in they face than the fucking target board at the gun range. This shit is insane.
Since he had been active on the streets from a young age. And to
Like, bro, them niggas, like, the way they fucking toting them guns, like, I mean, like, is the safety on that bitch? Like, they fucking pointing that shit like they aiming at the ops for real.
be honest, he hasn't looked back ever since then. From a young age, he wasn't exactly a saint and was already doing time in juvie at an age that most kids innocently sit home and watch cartoons. I would say he made his debut as a street thug very early in life. At the age of 11, he got into trouble with the law and had to spend about 4 months in juvenile detention.
11?
At this point, you must be wondering what kind of crime an 11-year-old would commit to land himself on the wrong side of the law. The crime he committed was a robbery, and when he got out of juvie, he had to wear an ankle monitor. He was only in the 6th grade at this time, and also got kicked out of school after someone claimed he brought a gun to school.
Nigga, what the fuck? 6th grade? Nigga, I was bringing like my Brett Favre cards to school, nigga. Like, I was bringing like my Green Bay Packers cards to school. Like, I was bringing football cards to school, my nigga. God damn, this nigga was bringing bullets to school. Like, bro, I think this nigga misunderstood what show and tell means. Like, I know you bring something personal from home, but goddamn, Pooh Shiesty, not a pistol.
Maybe this was true or not, no one knows for sure, since Pooh Shiesty denied the claim. But Pooh Shiesty didn't learn any lesson from his run-ins with the law because about 3 years down the line, when he was 14, he got into trouble again. This time around, it wasn't a robbery, but the crime he committed was an assault. Now, his desire to turn wayward on the streets was probably because his dad wasn't around much to keep an eye on him. His dad, Mob Boss, was a local rapper who rapped under the name Mob Boss and founded Mob Ties Records, so Jay can say music ran in the family. Pooh Shiesty had said in an interview that he got some insight about the music business from his dad. I was real young around that time, around 8 through 10, but I was learning how the studio works. I learned where the booth at, how the mic set up, how the sessions work. I was on the road with him when he had shows because he was booked up around that time.
Man, nah, fuck that. Pooh Shiesty did not say that. I have never heard that nigga speak fluent English. Every time I hear that nigga rap, he sound like he got a mouthful of SpaghettiOs. I mean, goddamn. Whoever read these past 3 sentences, they read that shit clearly and well spoken, but I can guarantee you one thing, that was not Pooh Shiesty.
Now, Mob Boss was already in and out of jail for various crimes, and in July 2007, He was arrested and charged with being a felon in possession of a firearm and several felony drug offenses. Mob Boss had been running an underground drug trafficking business in an abandoned building. Unknown to him, he was on the radar of the authorities, and in July 2007, the apartments where he ran the drug operations alongside another man was busted by the authorities. In the apartment, the police discovered 12.5 grams of cocaine, 8 pounds of marijuana, 2 digital scales found on the kitchen counter, a box of 9mm ammunition. Also on the kitchen counter, a tool used to cook crack cocaine. A measuring cup and a Smith & Wesson was also found on the living room couch. In addition, the officers found approximately $10,000 in cash in Mob Boss's front pockets. This incident caused Mob Boss to go away for a long time, and there was no way he could monitor and regulate his son's activities. So Pooh Shiesty continued to gain a reputation on the streets for being a young savage, and also got in the bad books of the authorities for being an irresponsible young civilian. His name is even a reflection of the kind of lifestyle he was living. His childhood nickname was Mr. Pooh, but the shiesty that was later added was due to the kind of way he rode in the streets. A quick search of the word shiesty will reveal that it means an untrustworthy or deceitful person. Pooh Shiesty was apparently that kind of person, and that name stuck on him. Now, the interesting thing is that the crimes he committed when he was 11 or 14 have been dug up once again by prosecutors, and they're planning to use it against him in the current case he's in jail for. According to the legal documents that were obtained, his prosecutors plan to show evidence of past acts in order to show opportunity, intent, knowledge, or absence of mistake. In addition to this, prosecutors also plan to show 16 instances attributed to Chopper Gang members as use of firearms. Chopper Gang is a gang that Pooh Shiesty is affiliated and formed when he was a teenager. He formed it alongside his homies like Big 30, Chopper T, and K Carbon. The gang was musically inclined, and they used the money they made from various activities to book studio time. In a nutshell, they ended up making waves on the Memphis rap scene.
Bro, why do you niggas all gotta sell drugs to get in the booth? Like, I mean, goddamn, nigga. Y'all can't apply at McDonald's? I mean, yeah, I know you don't make as much, but I mean, damn. There's like no risk to that shit, nigga. I mean, like, shit. Nobody's shooting at you. I mean, shit, nigga. I mean, I know like customers treating you like shit, but I mean, goddamn, drop their food and fucking hand it to them after that. But I mean, shit, nigga. You ain't going to jail for that. You will never get caught for that. But if you try to catch a body, you're gonna get caught. But Pooh Shiesty couldn't even do that right. Like I said, nigga, it's like that nigga had a magnet in his butt or something. Cause that nigga Pooh Shiesty, that nigga had that nigga walking like Mr. Herbert from Family Guy after that shit.
And some of the members went on to sign big deals with some major record labels. For example, Big 30 signed a deal with Endless Entertainment and Moneybagg Yo's Bread Gang Entertainment in partnership with Interscope Records. Also, Pooh Shiesty bagged a deal with Gucci Mane's 1017 record label. Now I feel what the prosecutors plan to do with this. They plan to present music videos made by the Chopper Gang as evidence in court. This is because some of these music videos show gang members carrying different types of firearms. In my opinion, this will end up looking like the case of Honeycomb Brazy, who got in big trouble after prosecutors showed a judge about 15 clips of Honeycomb where he was with either guns or drugs. It didn't end well for Honeycomb. To be honest, if these cases somehow find their way to the courtroom and it's used against Pooh Shiesty during trial, it'll mean more trouble for him. It would only help to paint him more as an unrepentant criminal who's a danger to society, and this will make it hard for him to get out of the iron grip of the law. There's only one thing I see to this whole situation, and it is that prosecutors want to make him go away for a very long time. It's funny, and at the same time sad that something he did a long time ago has come back to haunt him. Well, Pooh Shiesty's legal team have not stood in the corner, folded their arms, and watched as the drama unfolded. They're fighting tooth and nail to make sure the prosecutors don't bring up Pooh Shiesty's criminal past and use it as a weapon. They believe the old cases are irrelevant to the current cases and the past should remain in the past. Now, I must point out something. This move by the prosecutors to use Pooh Shiesty's childhood crimes against him was made after he decided to plead guilty to the charges levied against him.
Wait a second. I thought if you do something when you're a minor, or at least under the age of 18, I thought that can't be used in court. I thought that gets expunged the day you turn 18.
His court
Somebody in the comment section let me know about that.
trial was supposed to begin on October 25th, but in the court hearing on October 21st, his defense lawyer Bradford Cohen had told the judge that Pooh Shiesty and Bobby Brown both wished to change their plea from not guilty to guilty. Bradford Cohen had later said. We have entered into plea negotiations because there have been developments in the case that I think changed the dynamics of the case. I'm pretty sure the plan to enter the plea deal by Pooh Shiesty would have changed the narrative of his trial. At trial, he might just be given a very reduced sentence or even probation. I guess the prosecutors probably knew this and it didn't sit well with him. So they dug up his past in order to make sure he suffered the maximum punishment for his crimes. Pooh Shiesty also seems to be having money problems while locked up because his team reached out to fans on social media to help with his legal fees. In a post on his Instagram story, his team had written, I get a lot of DMs about how can I send Pooh Shiesty some bread. Well, this is one way through Western Union, either in the store or online. As expected, this raised some eyebrows and some fans begin to wonder why they should send money to someone who is apparently a millionaire.
God damn, this is why being a gangster just ain't worth it. I mean, man, this nigga was a millionaire. Now this nigga asking for help on his story. God damn.
If you actually judge by the kind of lavish lifestyle Pooh Shiesty portrayed online, it just doesn't make sense that you had to send money to someone who had more than enough.
That nigga Pooh Shiesty looked like a bum on the corner sitting on top of a moving box with a goddamn cardboard box sign in his fucking hand. Nigga fucking said will work for food type shit. Nah, fuck that shit, nigga. He ain't asked for food. Nigga fucking giving you a sob story. They're talking about, yeah, nigga, you know, if you help me get out of here, I'm gonna fucking go back to school. I'm gonna fucking become a doctor. Like, you know, I'm gonna turn my fucking life around. Nah, nigga, you about to fucking be in jail, nigga. And some big nigga named Bubba gonna be telling you, hey, Shiesty, turn your little ass around. I was like, I'm tired of looking at them face tattoos. You look like a goddamn sixth grader who fucking drew on a desk. I think I said that shit wrong, but fuck it.
In a more recent post on Instagram, he made a lengthy post that suggests that he's possibly close to beating his case and he'll soon be out of jail. The post reads, I'ma be back in a minute, won't be too long till I'm free. I love all my fans and the ones who still supporting me.
Bro, like, what the fuck do you mean you'll be free soon, nigga? If that's the fucking case, I can go blow up a hospital like the Joker and Batman 2, and I fucking should be out tomorrow.
He had also added, but it's gonna take more than tomatoes to catch up with me. You hear me? Nigga, I'm locked up, but my mind's still free. You
What the fuck? What? I don't understand. What was that tomato shit?
can't lock that up. I've been through worse situations, but I'm at my best right now. It don't get no bigger than this. I'm the biggest blurred. Judging from this post, does it mean that Pooh Shiesty will be out of jail soon?
Bro, I swear, the fucking judge and the prosecutors, them niggas seen that post and was like, yo, hey, like, make sure this nigga don't get out. Like, Oop, my bad. Them niggas said, make sure this nigga never fucking see the sunshine again.
No one knows for sure, but all we can do is keep our fingers crossed. Alright, that's all I've got for you on this video. Feel free to let me know what you think about this video. If you enjoyed the video, let me know by giving it a thumbs up. And
Alright then, well, we're definitely gonna go ahead, give that a thumbs up, and also go ahead and follow Tread Plug because that nigga is always putting out amazing content. And if you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, let me know what we talk about next in the comments section. My name is Everything Explained, and I will catch you in the next one.